What's up, Glam Girl Squad? Welcome back to the HD Lace series, and this is going to be part 2. If you have not seen, I'm just going to do a recap of what was in part 1. So in part 1, I taught you how to add the track to your wig. I taught you how to get the perfect consistency to achieve that brown hair, as well as adding it to your wig and then making sure you get that salon look at home. So if you are ready, let's get into part 2. In part 2, I'm going to be teaching you how I pluck my frontal. I'm grabbing some T-pins just to secure my lace to my mannequin head so that it does not move. I did want to show you guys what the Snoblife HD lace wig looks like before you tweeze her. And she's basically ready to wear, but I'm just going to customize her just a little bit to my liking. So I'm going to grab my spray bottle of water and I'm going to spray that all along the front of the hair. I like to tweeze wet, but I also like to tweeze dry. Honestly, there's really no big difference, but just try to see which one you like. So then I move the front of the hairline out of my way because that's what I'm going to use to typically create my baby hairs. And then I just begin tweezing. So if you ever tweeze your eyebrows, this is pretty much the same thing. You don't want to grab a lot of eyebrow hair when you tweeze your eyebrows, right? So don't do that with your HD frontal. Just take your time, grab as little as hair as possible because you don't want bald patches. I've made the mistake in the past where I would just go so fast and not take my time and rush this, and I'll end up with bald spots. So do not rush. Take your time. This does take quite some time, but as long as you take your time and don't rush this, it's going to come out flawless. So now I'm just working in sections and just tweezing the hairs, and just as I'm going, I'm just making sure that it's still wet. And I'm just tweezing along the hairline. I do speed this up because, again, this is probably the most important part to getting a really flawless install and getting that scalpiana vibe. But sis, you don't want to rush this. You really want to take your time. It is tedious. It is the same motion going back and forth, but don't rush this. You can't rush greatness, right? So don't rush this at all. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I do like to pull the hairline back to kind of see what I'm working with. And you can already see the hairline thinning out and just giving more of that natural look. So then I just go ahead and I continue tweezing just to like perfect the areas that might look a little bit full. I keep grabbing my rat tail comb because this is important too. You want to just grab your rat tail comb and pull the hairs back just so you can really see what you're working with. That's the most important part, I would say. Just stopping, assessing, see what you did so far, see how you like it, and then continuing to tweeze areas that you feel like might need to remove some more of the hair. You got this, sis. Make me proud. Make the Glam Girl Squad proud, girl. So then I do the same thing at the middle section. I spray the water down, I pull the hair back just to see what it's giving, and then I continue to tweeze the middle portion of the hair. And the important part of this is really just working in sections. So work in sections, take your time, grab your tweezers, wet your hair, pull the hair back, see what vibe is giving, seeing how you like it, and then proceed to the next section. All right, y'all, look at how bomb this is looking so far. Do not be afraid to get in there and tweeze, but also take your time. I mean, the Snoblife HD wigs make it look so easy to tweeze and give a natural scalp hairline. Like, I'm not even a pro, and look at the work we've done so far. Oh, I'm in love with it, y'all. How y'all doing over there? I hope you guys are doing great. So basically I continue the same steps. I do part my hair down the middle because sometimes I was finding that if I did not part my hair down the middle, and I typically wear my hair in the middle part, that I would over tweeze, and we're not doing that today. I will not get caught in that buffoonery. So I'm just going to continue to just tweeze the hair and just really keep tweezing, girl. Keep tweezing and keep tweezing and keep plucking and just making sure that it comes out to my liking. So take your time. Like I said, there's no pressure. There's no rush. And I am speeding this video up, so I am going slower than you actually see. Just want to put that disclaimer out here because sometimes it could be perceived that I'm really doing this fast, but this probably took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to really perfect. So take your time, girl or guy. So the secret to a flat frontal, a flat wig is your hot comb. So I'm using the Golden hot comb just to kind of flatten her out. The only thing that I don't like about this is you do have to have it like on for a little bit of time for it to actually get super hot. But once it does get hot, girl, it works wonders. So I'm just running that flat iron, the hot comb through just to make sure everything is flat close to my edges. So this is what she's giving now. So I'm going to be straightening her. That's the style that I chose to do with her today. Very simple. So I'm going to be separating my hair, clipping it up, and then using my Baby Bliss Pro to straighten it. So I'm taking it literally strand by strand, kind of like track by track motion, and running it with a comb. I guess the term is called chasing it with a comb. So I'm grabbing my rat tail comb, and this is a carbon fiber comb. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but basically I'm able to hold the flat iron close to the comb, and it really gives you that straightened and pressed out look. I do have the flat iron on 450 because we ain't wasting no time. We getting straight into it and making sure she is super flat. So I'm going to continue with this step, making sure that the hair is super flat and really just taking my time again. Like, the way you get really flawless hair is really taking your time. If you are in a rush, don't do your hair. Just don't do it unless you are like a pro at it. But for me, I really like to take my time. I don't like rushing my hair because it comes out looking rushed. So I literally go strand by strand, track by track, and just make sure that she is really pressed out. And I would recommend the Baby Bliss Pro because literally I just did one run through with the flat iron and the comb, and she came out super bomb. So I didn't have to overheat the hair. I didn't have to keep pressing her because, you know, that's how you get heat damage. So I just really want to keep it at a minimum. So 450 works for me to ensure that I just do one press through and I get that awesome bomb looking silk press look. And also, y'all, don't buy my mannequin stand because I didn't finish wiping off all the bleach. I'm like just literally too lazy to do that. So it's not interfering with the hair. It ain't bothering me. I hope it ain't bothering you. And my sign over there is down because I haven't put it up yet. So I hope that ain't bothering you. Yeah. So just continue doing the same thing on this side that you're doing to the other side. Y'all, do y'all see that color? Oh my gosh, we did that. Let me remind you what she looked like before. And then now. Whoo! Sis looks so good. Oh my gosh, I am so proud of us. But before we get into part 3, let's recap what we learned so far. So in the HD Lace series, part 1, I taught you how to add a track or a bundle to your wig to get some volume. Then I taught you how to get that perfect mixture of bleach and developer so that you can get this really bomb brown color. Then I taught you how to add the color to your wig to ensure that you got that salon look, but you really did it at home. And then moving on to part 2, I taught you the secrets to plucking your wig and really taking your time with it to make sure you get that seamless and flawless scalpiana vibe. Then I also taught you the other tip and secret, which is really using that hot comb to really get her all flat, and then pressing her out, taking your time to ensure that she is super bone straight. So who's ready for part 3? The install. In part 3, I'll be teaching you how I install my glueless wig, how I make my baby hairs look so bomb, and how I really get that bomb look. If y'all enjoyed this HD Lace series, make sure to thumbs up this video, comment down below, let me know what you guys need help with so far, and let's get on to part 3. Mwah! I'll see you there.